Hey guys, it's me, Meteor, and I want to show you something real quick. Okay, I got this new sound card for my computer, cause I guess you would call me like kind of like an audiophile. Well, not really an audiophile, because I wouldn't spend like $300 on a video or on a sound card yet. But yeah, so here I have this card, and to hook it up to my surround sound system, which I was planning to do, I would need 3 cables like this one here. See that? Perfect size. Okay. So I looked on eBay, looked for some gold-plated cables since they never corrode, and I ordered some that were just about the same size. I saw ones on mono price that were way too thick for my needs, that wouldn't really fit either of these slots. So I just needed 5 that could fit in there pretty well. Let me show you what I got. This is a 6-foot cable, okay? This is what I got. Another 6-foot cable. Something tells me that that's not going to be able to fit 3 in a row like that. Yeah, so pretty much the ones I bought on eBay that were supposed to be just as thin as these, except with gold-plated cables, were the exact ones from mono price I needed. Oh well, I guess I could just trim them or something. I've contacted the seller, so let's see what happens. Anyway, enjoy the battle. Alright, here we have another war match against the clan Gods of the Abyss or something like that. This guy is the rejected soldier, I think. I was going to call him TRS. Anyway, he leads off with Genesis. I go ahead and U-turn. I'm going to send in Captain Crunch because, you know, I'm clearly the superior Sandstormer. So he sets up the rocks, and I can tell he has like a biblical name team, something like that. I don't know. So I Earthquake while he sends in his Swampert, does nothing, of course. Then he sends an Exodus, his Celebi. I send in Patches here, and I'm going to go like, you know, I'm just going to go ahead and go. Do I go for the Air Slash or T-Wave? I completely forget what I do here. I think I T-Wave. So he switches into Chronic. No, I went for the Air Slash in case he did switch into an electric type like that. I get a crit, which is like lulz worthy because, you know, Air Slash does nothing anyway. And I believe I switch out and go into Battle Bot here, knowing what it could do. HP Fire? What kind of Jolteon is HP Fire? Well, anyway, he says at the sub, like, goes for a Wish, and I'm like, okay, I know what this guy's going to do. He's going to switch out to his T-Tar. So I'm going to predict that and use Flash Cannon next turn, just in case he does switch. So he does, and he switches into Genesis. I'm like, haha, yes, perfect. That predicted that nicely. So it goes down. I'm like, all right, I'm doing pretty good, I'm like, what, 2-0 or 6-4? I don't know. So then I send in Dead Serious here to do the Rapid Spin, and I get Earthquaked, and I die. Wow, I guess this thing really is dead serious. Haha. Yeah. So I send in Patches again. Going for the Air Slash thing, I'm probably faster. No, I go for the Roost, that's right. To see if I'm faster, and I am faster, so that's cool. Goes for the Avalanche, which does, you know, normal damage after Roost. Now I'm going to go for the Air Slash, knowing what he's going to switch into, and he switches into Chronic V. When I went to Flamethrower predicting that, which he did, I'm like, alright, cool. Unfortunately, it's not going to be enough to kill it, unfortunately, which kind of makes me mad. I'm like, oh, well. So then he sends in Rapture, his Heat Ran, while I go for the Air Slash. And it's not very effective, of course, so now I'm going to have to switch out. Well, what did I do? Oh, I Roost again. Okay. And I get my Potea Berry, so I Roost. And at this point, I'm like, okay, I was really reckless here. For some reason, I went for Air Slash instead of switching. I think it's because I didn't have really a good switch in. I didn't want to waste my Hippo so soon. So I just T-Wave it. And I'm just going to go ahead and, I should have roosted here, but I went for Air Slash, I guess, because he's doing more than half to me in terms of damage. I just want to do a little bit of damage before I died. So I set an Infernape here, predicting that go for Flare Blitz, while he switches into his Jolteon. I'm like, alright, nice. That's 3 good predictions I made. And then he goes ahead and he's going to send in Leviticus, his Swampert again. I go for Close Combat, because I'm at a loss for options here. And, of course, he's going to kill me off with Waterfall or Earthquake. Earthquake he kills me off with. And that's not even going to be a question of whether I live or not. It's just going to be how badly did I die. So now I go ahead and send in BattleBot again. And I go ahead and I go for... I was going to try to Explode, but it just goes for Earthquake and somehow faster than me. I'm like, oh, I thought it was faster. Oh, well. Because I did put some Speed IVs in that BattleBot. Not very many, like maybe 20. I don't know. So I send in All Pass, go for the U-turn. I don't know what I was really thinking here, but I just want to do a little bit of damage to it before I switch into Captain Crunch here. And here's where things get interesting. Things start getting fun. At this point, I'm like, okay, I'm screwed. He has a Swampert, a Celebi, so many other Pokemon that that I can't even touch with Hippo. So I'm like, alright. It's not a matter of if I could win, it's a matter of how long I could last. So I go on here, he goes for the rest, and he constantly has sleep talks. I'm like, alright, you wanna play? Let's play, baby. So I go for the Ice Fang, just trying to go for the Flint on the Celebi for the lull, see if I could actually pull it off. Because for guys, I get a freeze. I'm like, yes! How long could this freeze last? Let's find out. Slack off? Okay. Let's see if I could really do this. So I keep on slacking off, and I'm going to try to curse. While I have Leaf Seeds, so I'm kind of at a disadvantage here. I'm up against the Celebi. I'm just waiting for it to thaw out. And he keeps on leaving it in, waiting for it to thaw out too. I'm like, alright. Alright, I'm just going to keep cursing and slacking off until I'm at a respectable amount of HP. And then I'm not going to get cocky anymore and just go for the Ice Fang at this point. So I go for the Ice Fang, which has a lot of damage now. And he's still frozen solid. So I'm like, can I really kill it? Will I really be able to kill it? And I might actually be able to do this. So I kill it off, I'm like, yes, Celebi's down. So this is in Rapture, who gets paralyzed trying to outspeed me, but I kill it off. And then he sends in Leviticus, who actually gets off Sleep Talk, but rest in that turn. I'm like, oh wow, Captain Crunch, you're doing awesome, you're doing it again. You are doing it again. Yes, yes, one more Pokemon, it's it. I win, one more Pokemon. And he sends in a Gyarados? Aw, you jerk, why didn't you bring that in earlier? So I'm like, alright, I just need to do enough damage to where Ninjask can finish it off. I get flinched the first turn. I'm like, okay, I don't need to kill it. I just need to do enough damage to where Ninjask can finish it off. Waterfall again. Crap, I get flinched again. So now I'm screwed. I'm like, oh, darn it. You had such a good run, Hippo. But to be quite fair, I completely deserved that. So, then I said in Ninjask, go for the Aerial Ace. No one can't kill. No, it doesn't even do half. So I'm like, whatever. It's going to finish me off, and that's going to be a good game. You know, on the other hand, how much do you think these cables actually cost? Okay, look at this. Look how thick these things are. These things are sturdy and will last for a long time. These are like thicker than monster cables. Look at that. I mean, they're gold-plated. They're like, seriously, like half an inch thick. How much do you think I paid for them? I'll tell you. I paid $3.90 for each one. $3.90. That's $3.90. I think that's a pretty awesome deal for this, actually. I mean, even though they won't fit, that's insane. I don't even think Monster could be able to actually have cables this thick, especially for that price. What would Monster charge for these? Like $100, $200, $50? I don't know, but I personally think that's pretty awesome. I had one hookup that I didn't need like 3 hooked up together with, but on a separate sound put. Wait, whatever. I have one speaker hooked up to them that I'm already using this with. Can I tell a sound difference? Well, I could definitely tell there's less. What's the word? You know, I don't even care. But moving on from that subject, maybe I'm just using the placebo effect. Who knows? But either way, they're good quality. I actually beat this game, so woot! It only took me, you know, like what was it, 2-3 weeks? How long did it actually take me to even beat this game? I had like no free time whatsoever to actually complete it. But right now I'm working on getting all the red rings and hopefully, you know, do the Sonic virtual things. But I must say, the game as a whole was incredible. I mean, when I first played it through it the first time, I was like, kind of like Sonic Unleashed better. But after playing through it again, collecting everything else, like all the red rings and stuff, yeah, this game is clearly much better than Unleashed could ever even dream. Except for maybe Eggman Land. That level was pretty awesome from Unleashed. I don't think that, well, and also, one level from not Unleashed, from Sonic Colors, it didn't even remind me of Mario Galaxy. It pretty much was Mario Galaxy. I mean, I couldn't even begin to describe how many things were exactly like that game in that level. If you played Sonic Colors, you know exactly which level I'm talking about. But, yes, overall, I thought the game was awesome, and the final boss was just perfect, in my opinion. I don't think it could have been any better. I mean, I've heard some... I'm not even going to spoil it. I'm just going to end it here before I go into spoiling anything. Anyway, see you next time.